Okay, so we're gonna make this baby gate out of an old sheet. Get this out of the way. So we're gonna go ahead and just take advantage of the top part that's already hemmed here. And we'll just end up just cutting a small slit here for the rod to come out. So for the measurements I needed, I want it 31 inches across, so I cut it, I'm cutting it at 32 inches. That gives me a 1/2 inch to flip and then a 1/2 inch to flip under for the end. And then I wanted it 20 inches in height, so I marked it at, let me see where I marked it at. It's about 29.5 inches. So that gives me an inch for the rod to be in, and then a 1/2 inch to flip under and seam there. So, and then we'll just make a small slit here, or this will be where another curtain rod is. So, and we have, this is already stitched here, so we don't have to do that. So just making use out of an old sheet, and it's less work for you. So let's get to cutting and then on to sewing. Okay, so the other side that isn't hemmed that we've cut and the top thing is already here, we're going to just take out a few stitches here, so when we flip and stitch on this edge, we have room for the curtain rod to come out over here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we're just going to fold 1/2 inch here and fold under 1/2 inch here, and then pin it all the way across the side. Okay, so we have it all pinned, including where the curtain rod will go, and it's pinned right in there. Folded the same way like this, and we just pinned it together here. So we're going to go ahead and stitch, just straight stitch that. Okay, and on the top portion, you just want to take out enough of the seam so that you can get in there and sew this up fine. But if you want to take out more, you can. I mean, it's up to you. It's only going to take you a minute to sew it back. So yeah, I had accidentally sewn over all of it and realized my mistake. So I just took out a few more seams here and pinned, and I'm about to sew this up. So now that this whole edge is sewn, we're just going to sew this back into place right here. Okay, so we got that in place. Now we can go ahead and just make a open up this edge right here and fold it under to sew for where the other curtain rod would come out. So just start taking out these stitches. Okay, so I took out enough stitches here so that I may be able to sew here. And it's a little tricky up here because this is folded this way, but this is folded the opposite way. So I might get out the iron and iron it down, or I might just try and fold it because it's going to be in the seam, and it's not for something to look pretty, it's just for functionality. It's a baby gate. So I'm just gonna turn and pin here and then sew straight stitch like I did on the other side. Okay, that edge is stitched, so now we're just gonna stitch right here. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is sew the hem where the other rod will go. So I'm gonna do 1 inch for the rod and then fold it under about a 1/2 inch, or maybe like a 1/4. So that's what we should do. So just I'm going to go across and pin it, and then I'll sew it. Okay, we've got that edge pinned, and now we're just going to straight stitch all the way across and just make sure you back stitch on the ends. Okay, and then you just put the tension rods through there and put it up in whatever door frame it's going into. So you can see it is a functional baby gate. So just made out of fabric, so that's how you do it. I didn't try to make mine fancy or cute or anything. But yeah, that's how you do it out of a sheet. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.